Okay, this is take two on this video. I was talking for about 12 or 13 minutes and never getting to the point the last time. So this video is going to be about regrets. We all have them, and some of them are harder than others to shake off. And so you can look at this as maybe some sage advice. Um, but my biggest regret in life was always keeping my mouth shut. Let people run over me a little bit. Family especially because I was, always told it's family or they're joking. Learn how to take a hit. Um, you know, tease them back. Don't get mad. Just keep your mouth shut. But looking back, there were things that were said to me that was supposed to be in a jovial manner that really slapped a lot harder than just fun games. And I know how to tease and I know how to be teased. And some of that was just me. But, when you um, either don't say anything or you do say something and they're like, oh, just. So my biggest regret in my whole life, given everything that I have done, is keeping my mouth shut. So now I don't. And I don't care if it's family, I don't care who it is. If I feel like you've been nasty to me or mean to me, or I've got something to say, I'm going to say it. And may I suggest you do the same, because letting it all build up inside of you is just not the way to be, because now I've got a pretty big wall that I've thrown up. And some people don't get through it at all. And some people do. But if something's not going right, or I think it's not, um, oh, I don't know if I want to say that. If something is bothering me, the person that is bothering me is going to know why. Not in a screaming manner, but it may come off as being nasty. And, that's just the way it is, because I'm not going to take it anymore. I laid down and let people run over me for way too long. And I'm not a victim and I'm not perfect. I know, believe it or not, I'm not perfect. But I let people run over me way too long and just kept taking it and taking it and taking it. And I learned my lesson like late in life. And so now I'm a different person. And so now if someone says something that I don't like, or does not do something that I don't like, that I feel like I'm in the right to have a say in, I will say it to that person. I'm not going to go behind people's backs either, but I will have a confrontation with that person. And if they don't like what I have to say, then they don't like it. Um, People don't like it when you change. People don't like it when you have been passive for your whole life and now you're not passive. It's a different side of your personality. If they love you, they'll accept it. But they don't like it. They don't like a change in a person. Nobody does. Well, she would have never said anything about this 10 years ago or whatever. But it's just the way it is, and I have to get it off my chest now. I have to get it off my chest. And it can mean that when I'm dead and buried, that I could be referred to as, well, yeah, she got really kind of nasty as she aged. She really kind of got kind of nasty. It wasn't fun being around her. I don't want to be that person. But on the other hand, if you got it coming to you and that's how you feel about me in the end, then I don't care about that either. There's so many things, you guys, that we hold dear and care about that we don't need to. It's just, and I wish I would have known this and lived by this little quote. If it doesn't matter next week, next year, or in 5 years, you know, it's not worth worrying about. It's not worth thinking about. It's not worth the energy to try to solve it. So I wish I would have known about that little quote and ran it through my head more than I did. I mean, I am now, but back then, I just was meek and shy and didn't respond. And, okay, it was a joke, and I would go somewhere and lick my wounds. No, it really wasn't a joke. But now it's confrontation time. And if that means that people think I'm a mean old woman, then that means I'm a mean old woman, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, my sage advice for anyone who cares to listen is don't let people run over you. Reassess. Decide your approach. Maybe run it through your head before you confront someone who's hurt you or has been, passive aggressive towards you. And then confront them and get it off your chest. Because that's the only way to live. Because living the other way, I was downtrodden, I was depressed, and I had ulcers. So that's it for today's subject. And I'll see you either next Sunday or sooner than that. Bye, guys.